Welcome to 2+0 Cooking, and we are making biscuits and gravy this morning. If you've never made biscuits and gravy before, then stick around. Hello, my name is Beef, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I make small, tasty recipes for me and my plus one out of our tiny apartment kitchen. Our recipes are small, easy on the budget, and easily scalable for more servings. We post new videos every week, so just hit that subscribe button below to be notified of our next tasty video. So let's get going on these biscuits and gravy. So let's get started on this breakfast. I have some pork sausage here. It weighs about 16 ounces and usually costs around $5 locally. I have a quart bag which I've labeled and dated. Let's place the sausage roll in a bowl to keep everything sanitary. Now transfer the sausage to the quart bag. Squeeze the quart bag to spread the pork and remove as much air as possible. Now use the flat side of a knife to portion the sausage in the bag. I usually divide it into 9 or more pieces. I always do this. It makes using frozen pork so much easier. Large portion, small portion, easy peasy. Here is some frozen pork sausage that I prepared in the past. I will be using this for our gravy this morning. I have a frying pan and I'm going to go ahead and put the pork sausage into the pan with enough cold water to help thaw the frozen pork. Now I'm just going to set it to the side. I need a half a cup of buttermilk to make 4 biscuits. I don't have buttermilk, so I'm using a sour cream and water substitute. My ratio is usually 70-30. 70% sour cream, 30% water. The acid in the sour cream activates the baking soda and baking powder, which causes the flour to rise. It has to set for about 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes at room temperature. I'm going to put that over here. The pork looks thawed, so I'm removing the water. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sage, 1/8 teaspoon of crushed black pepper. I'm not sure how salty the pork is, so I'm not adding any salt until later. I'm turning the heat to 1/3 power on our electric stove and mixing the pork with a sturdy dessert spatula. Now I'm adding 1/2 of 1 slice of par-cooked bacon just for extra flavor. The pork is cooked well, so we'll just break it up into smaller pieces. This is enough pork and bacon for 2 to 4 servings. I'm adding 1 slice of deli-cooked turkey breast to the pan. The turkey will absorb a lot of the pork and bacon flavor. It makes a great extender and adds different texture to the gravy. Now we'll just brown all this meat together. We need to make a roux, which is butter and flour. So I'm adding a tablespoon of butter to the brown meat and stirring the mixture together. Then add 2 tablespoons of flour. Mix all the ingredients and scrape the pan to get all the goodness loose. Add a cup of whole milk. Stir and simmer the gravy at 1/4 power on your electric stove. You are trying to achieve 2 things here. 1 is to cook the flour, and 2 is not to burn the milk. The gravy will thicken quickly, so low heat with regular stirring and scraping of the pan is what's needed. After 5 minutes, my gravy is thickening up. If your gravy is too thick, then add a tablespoon of water and slowly reheat until the gravy reaches your desired thickness. This gravy tastes like it's cooked, so I'm going to remove it from the heat and cover it with a lid. So let's make some biscuit dough. In a small bowl, I'm adding 1 1/4 cup of sifted all-purpose flour. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. If you're using buttermilk, you may want to add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar to counter the acid taste of buttermilk. Now cover the bowl with clear wrap and shake it to mix the dry ingredients. Place the floured bowl and your buttermilk into the freezer so the flour and buttermilk gets nice and ice cold. I need 5 tablespoons of chopped butter, but let's prepare our work surface first. I have a sheet of paper towel and I'm going to wet it, and then I'm going to place it on my work surface. And then I'm going to place my cutting board on top of the wet towel. The wet towel keeps my flexible cutting board from moving. I have 1/4 cup of flour for dusting. I cut 5 tablespoons of frozen unsalted butter. Put a couple of tablespoons of butter in a small bowl to melt. We will need that butter to melt so that we can brush it onto the biscuits later. Spread some flour on the cutting board and flour the butter and your knife. The flour makes the butter less sticky and it helps keep the butter cold. It also helps if your knife has been chilled in the freezer. I have an empty bowl at the ready. Now chop butter into small pieces about the size of 2 peas together. Now we're going to take the butter and cover it with clear wrap. We can go ahead and put it back into the freezer so it can get nice and ice cold again. Once you feel your butter is ice cold again, go ahead and take it out along with your flour bowl. Now pour the cold butter into your flour bowl. Fold the butter into the flour. The flour should start to feel like wet sand with chunks of butter. The larger chunks of butter will help create the layers in the biscuit. Now pour in the cold buttermilk. Fold the cold buttermilk gently into the dry ingredients. If you fold the mixture and the flour doesn't want to mix any further, then you're done. Pour the dough onto your work surface. Leave out any flour that didn't get incorporated into the dough. It's not going to help you. And scrape the dough into a rectangle. Add a little fresh dusting powder on top. Dust your rolling pin. Gently roll the dough down to about 1/2 inch. Fold the dough over. Sprinkle a little bit more flour on top, and then roll the dough again down to 1/2 inch thick. Repeat this for about 12 to 15 times. On the last fold, the dough should be about 1 inch thick. Dust the top of the dough and then level it with your rolling pin. Dust the cookie cutter, or in my case, I'm using a glass as a cookie cutter, and cut your biscuits out. You want your biscuits to have a uniform height so they cook evenly. The last biscuit is always the odd biscuit in the pan. I have a short wire rack for our superwave oven. What I have here is a piece of parchment paper that I've cut out into a small rectangle, which is just big enough to hold the 4 biscuits, giving space around them. And the parchment paper is small enough that it allows warm air to freely flow around the biscuits. Now I'm buttering the parchment paper using a small piece of paper towel as a brush. Place the biscuits on the paper and butter the top. Now I'm also using the upper rack of the superwave as well. I've cut a little piece of tin foil which is a little bit longer than the parchment paper. That way the tin foil can wrap onto the rack. The purpose of the tin foil is it will protect the biscuits from burning due to the infrared element on our superwave. Now I'm lowering the biscuits down to the superwave and I'm placing the upper rack on top. I'm setting the superwave at 400 degrees and I'm going to go ahead and start baking these biscuits. 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in. After 15 minutes, the biscuits look good. I'm going to butter the biscuits and heat it up for another 30 seconds more. And then we're ready for plating. Look how beautiful they are. Look how flaky that is. There's so many good things going on here. We got our nice gravy. Some preserves. Some curd jelly. Tabasco sauce. Chorizo. This is my plate. It has the biscuits and gravy, grape, apricot jam, as well as hot sauce in there. A little omelet, sweet chili peppers, and chorizo. Great way to start a day. Look at that. Oh my God. Look how flaky it is. That was like perfect. Oh, yeah. It just like fell apart when I was grabbing it. Look at all those layers. That's what you want in a biscuit. Oh, that's spicy. And this biscuit is just so flaky. Look at this. Look at the way it's falling apart. Oh, look at that. Those are just unbelievably good. Oh my God. Definitely a great way to start a morning. I don't know, I was thinking about toasting up some Eggos this morning, but I'm glad I didn't. Let's put that chorizo on top of there. That way I can give my doctor something to look at when he looks at my test results. You know, what the hell were you eating? Oh yeah. You know, this breakfast is really awesome. I hope you guys give it a try. I gotta go. I'm gonna check out, finish my breakfast with my +1. I hope you guys have a great day. Adios, amigos. Thank you so much for watching this video on Make Biscuits and Gravy. If you like this video, then please like us below. There are also links on the screen for other 2+0 cooking recipes. Remember to subscribe and you'll be notified every week of new videos. And please visit our website, 2+0-cooking.com. If you have any comments or ideas, then please post them below. We love hearing from our viewers and answering their questions. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to hearing from you and see you soon. Be foul. As always, just because I'm not pressing record doesn't mean I'm not cooking. The following is a dish I made while editing this video. I hope you enjoy.